Dil da Mamla Hai. I'm sure you all have heard of it. What Lord Krishna said, I am in the heart of everyone, everyone is in me. The heart.
For Mr. Sanjay Sehgal, I have a question. Sir, can you answer me? What is meant by heartfulness and why is it important to have this feature in our daily lives?
You know, you all are, I'm sure you all understand Hindi. So there's or some of you also perhaps understand Punjabi. There is a song, Dil da Mamla Hai. I'm sure you all have heard of it. So, one of the things, if you see, every other song, whether it be in Hollywood or Bollywood, has dil in it. Right? I mean, would you all agree? But we hardly pay attention to it. And you refer to every Bollywood, I already mentioned, Hollywood song, or every other, you refer to all the religions. Even in Islam, they talk about Iman. Iman is from the heart. In our Hinduism, we talk about Lord Krishna said, I am in the heart of everyone, everyone is in me. I'm sure similar things are there in almost every other religion. But yet, we don't pay attention to it. Now, why I'm saying that is, in my view, and mindfulness in one way is part of heartfulness. The heart is your compass, where mind is a calculator. Heart is the one which gives you direction, and then you can use your mind to move forward. So, of course, being mindful is very important because only then you can move forward. But most important thing prior to you start moving forward is your heart. It's a compass that helps you decide the direction that you want to take anywhere in your life, anytime in your life, anywhere you want to go. Heartfulness, in mindfulness, you are being aware of your thoughts. In heartfulness, we say you are being aware of your feelings. Now, there are, two ends of the same spectrum in a way, On one end is the mind. Mind is not the brain, mind is beyond the brain. So one end is mind, like thoughts, other end is feelings, like heart. So heartfulness is all about heart, using your heart in your life for doing anything and everything.
I want to know a little bit about your journey.
See, I started this about 30 years ago. This meditation, this heartfulness, it has been around for about 75 years, though it was known earlier in by different name. And just like, we all talk about, seems like people know a lot more about mindfulness here. So mindfulness has evolved from Buddhism. Many of you perhaps know that. From Buddhism came Vipassana and Zen, and then that kind of mindfulness is a new name because people understand that a lot easier. Same way this has come from yoga, Raja Yoga, right? Yoga of the mind. From that came Sahaj Marg, that was the name of the practice, and now we call it heartfulness, right? So I had started when I came to US. Though I grew up in India, I studied there at Delhi College of Engineering. Now it's called, I think, Delhi DTU. I studied there, and after that I was working for some company, and I came here. I was a hardware engineer, and I came here. And I, within first few months of it, I met someone who was practicing this. And, of course, it is very nice to see there's so many young people now talking about mindfulness, heartfulness now. It is so encouraging because, otherwise, there are so many other distractions one has in life, And these days, of course, there are a lot more with all the internet and everything else. But even in those days when we used to have, spend more time with friends and more time in khana pina than with thinking about things like this. See, there is one thing to think about. People often think about meditation or let's say heartfulness or mindfulness. फिर मुझे शांति चाहिए या मुझे खुशी चाहिए. एक चीज इन सबसे परे भी है. वो है ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. एंड पहले करो आप खुशी के लिए, फिर करो शांति के लिए. उसके बाद जो अगर आप करते रहोगे तो आपके अंदर बदलाव आएगा. सो मेरे लिए तो उस समय जब शुरुआत में तो ऐसे ही कर दिया. एंड जब मैंने घर वगैरह में कॉल किया, बोले क्या तू मतलब तो सन्यासी बन गया है. ये लोग सोचते हैं ऐसा है करके, मेडिटेशन का मतलब आदमी सन्यासी बन गया है या इन सब से चला जाएगा. तो मैंने कहा अब तो मुझे और मजा आता है इन सब चीजें करने में और मजा आता है. एक बार किसी ने पूछा था कि First time when I met my teacher, he was always used to laugh and smile and all that. तो किसी ने पूछा कि आप मतलब ऐसा हर समय यही करते रहते हैं? बोलते हैं meditation is supposed to make you happy. You will be sad, you will be looking sad only if you have cramps in your stomach, right? Not if you're meditating, right? And I think so heartfulness and mindfulness to me is way of life, and sooner you adopt that in your life, better the future would be for you.
Sir, can students also meditate? How does it help them?
Anyone can meditate. To me, meditation is something that you can have in every moment of your life by just being aware of your thoughts in your mind, what you're doing, being in the present moment, and feelings in your heart. That is the next extension. See, they say, I think there was a question earlier, somebody asked, what is the difference between mindfulness and heartfulness? Mindfulness is being aware of your thoughts, being aware of the present moment. Now, suppose you have a deeper thought, right? Different end of the spectrum. Deeper thought, that becomes a feeling. Become aware of your feelings also. That is heartfulness. और ये मेडिटेशन करने के अभी आपकी थोड़े पढ़ लो, थोड़ा और कर लो, अभी तो टाइम ही नहीं मिलेगा आपको. बट इसलिए मैं थोड़ा प्रैक्टिकल बता रहा हूँ आपको. देखो, पढ़ना तो पड़ेगा ही आपको, पर खुशी से पढ़ोगे, दिल से पढ़ोगे और प्रेजेंट रह के पढ़ोगे तो अच्छा रहेगा. अभी जो है ना मेडिटेशन, उसके बाद कर लेना, राइट? अभी जो है ये सब समझ लो कैसे करना है, माइंडफुल, हार्टफुल, और उससे जीवन जियो अपना.
I think they'll be able to judge like what is right and wrong, and कहीं उनका EQ मुझे लगता है ज़्यादा strong हो जाता है बच्चों का. Is that so?
Absolutely. देखिए ये सबसे तो now proven things है. I mean, these are all proven things now, right?
Yeah.
And that any kind of meditation, any kind of these things do help in developing EQ, and hence they develop IQ too, right?
Yeah.
आजकल के जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि 95% of the skill, or sorry 85% of what they see in the interview is your social skills or your EQ. Only 15% is a hard skill, 85% is a soft skill, right? And these are very important these days, right?
Like there are people, the students asking us, ma'am, if we talk about ourselves first, because I have seen them, being in that peer pressure and being in that stress, they always come up and tell me, if we talk about ourselves, that means you're making us selfish. So what do you have to say, sir?
There is age for everything, बोलते हैं ना, बच्चों को बच्चे रहने दो, right? And what else would they talk? They have to talk about themselves. It starts from them. Only then the growth from them to something bigger starts. Now, a journey from your own self to an outside. I think either Sunny ji or Gagandeep ji had said nicely that, volunteer, right? And that journey helps you get a purpose, right? Whether you do meditation and along with it, let's say volunteer work and all that, at certain age, once they start doing it, then the mind or their awareness shifts from themselves to things outside of them. But slowly as they move into this, into the practices of mindfulness, heartfulness and volunteering and all, they will realize that, जो focus, जो center of attention है उनका, वो अपने से दूसरे के ऊपर जाएगा. तो उससे जो है एकदम, from they say from self-centeredness or selfishness, you can start centering the self, right? And that is a journey, in my view, that is a journey from self-centeredness or selfishness to centering the self, which all these things bring to your life.
Sanjay, really what is your one message to the students?
There is a very old song, and that shows you my age, छोड़ो कल की बातें, कल की बात पुरानी, नए दौर में लिखेंगे मिलकर नई कहानी, right? So I think that is my message. That's what comes to my mind now immediately to share. And I think it was Gagandeep ji, he had said that past baggage. I think leave the baggage behind. Whatever has happened, you can't change. They say the present is the best present you have, right?
Absolutely.
You can't change the past. You can build your future in the present. So this is the best present to all of you, and this is really the best stage of your life. Not to say that we are not enjoying our life, we are enjoying in a different way, but this is a phase when you can really build yourself and do well, do good, keep it up.